But what you can do with those now is I need a piece of felt. So I need a fairly thick felt. So I've got my spare felt. This is all the bits I cut off. I always keep them. And see if I've got a piece of felt I can use. Let's see what the black felt's nice. That'll do. It's quite firm. So what you do, and I'm going to have to put the glue gun on, I think. Glue gun. Which won't take a minute to heat up. I am going to be showing you how to do some more of the painting and things like that. Right. So what I need to do is to glue these onto here, but you need to leave a gap. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to use some seed beads and, oops, upside down. And I'm going to show you something. Not quite sure how many we'll use. We'll wait and see how we get on. Now, I'm going to bring the camera down so that you can actually see this. I've glued these on just using hot glue. And I'm going to do this one first. And I've just cut it with an edge, leaving it out, because you can trim that down. And what you need to do, I've got a beading needle, sorry. And you need to get it to the edge of the cabochon. And I've left it quite long because you don't know how much you're going to need. It depends how many layers of beads you're going to put on. So I'm going to double knot that. And I'm using a wax thread at the moment. Oops, I've just put all my beads everywhere. Oh, come back. Right, so I'm going to go. I've gone underneath. And I'm going to go back down again, just to give it like a tacking stitch. And then come back up. And do my first bead. And my first bead's going to be these cream ones. Right, so I've threaded on 3 beads. And then what you need to do is push them down as far as they'll go. Like that, and gauge where you need to put your needle back in. So you can see the space I've got there. I'm going to bring the needle back up behind the last bead and go back through that one to hold that tight, and that's pin that down. Thread 3 more beads on. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay, oops, bead slipping back. So we can see where that's going to lie and go back down. Like that. I'm going to bring it back up behind the needle, behind the bead of the last one. And pull that in, go through that bead. Like that. Make sure that drops behind that bead. Take 3 more beads. And I'm just using a 4mm seed bead. Like that. Okay, so we can see where to put the needle next. Through there. That pulls that in. Bring it up at the back of the last bead. Go through the bead. And it just holds them tight in place. And take 3 more seed beads. And you can see where they're going to be. Go around that. And you have to put the needle in as close to the cabochon as possible. We're going to go back up through there to seal them in place. Sorry, I hope you're seeing this. I'm not even looking through the camera. Thread 3 more beads on. Let me just do this. Bring it down a little bit to where I am. 1, 2, 3. See what I've been doing? The way I've brought them round. You need to go back in the side of the cabochon there. You come back up behind the last bead. And that will pull into place, don't worry about it. Like that. Go for your next 3. 3. There's a reason why I'm doing 3 beads. You'll see it on the next row. Like that. Come back up through. Go through the last bead. And then pull that into place. And you take 3 more. And you keep doing that until you've completely filled that in. Oops, that's gone underneath. Take it up through there. Back through. Now I think this time we're only going to get probably 1 more. Let me just try it, because I can always put an odd one in if we need one. No, that's just going to be that. So then we go through the last bead, the first bead we ever did. Oh, we're going to go down the bottom first. We'll take it through there. Like that, see? We're going to bring it up behind that bead, because we've still got to put that in place. Go through, but go through the first bead you went through as well. Like that. And that's locked that in place. So you've now made yourself a little cabochon using the painted bits that we left to dry. And then you can leave it like that, or what you can do is what I do. Yeah. It will go through there. We're going to pick up the next one. So you put it through the next one, and then we take, I'm going to use another layer of these before I close it off. So we're just doing a single bead now. So they're going to go in between. Miss one. Okay, so you just miss one and go through the bead. So the next one, you pick one up. Right, see what it's done? It's laid there, in between those. So you miss the next, miss the next one and pick the next one up. Can be a bit tricky, just have patience. And you pick the next one up. And I think I've caught that through. Yes, I did. It's all right. So you see, we've got that. So you've got one, missed one, got one, missed one. Put your bead on. So we're missing this one, going to the next one. And we place in that bead. See? One, miss, one. And you just do that all the way along. So it would normally go in that one, but we missed that one. And we go through. I can't see it. Somebody with bad eyesight, it's not good really, is it? See how they'll fold up like a little crown? Miss one, put a bead on. This is what I love about these, the pouring paints. You can do absolutely anything with them. But it is good to make them into jewellery. Now, I could just leave mine, you know, like that and put another layer, which you can do. It'd be a really nice piece to add to a project somewhere. But I'm not going to do that with this particular one. I might do it with the next one and show you what you can really do. Like I said, I'm using a wax thread. If you haven't got wax thread, buy yourself a chunk of wax, use a candle, whatever, and just draw your thread over the wax. Now, if you're using a wax candle, and they're the bought ones that we have today, scrape some wax off it because they have a coating on them, and the wax is underneath. And then just draw your thread through it, but you've got to have a strong thread. Right, now, so we've got that in place, and now we're going to bring it up to the next bead as you would normally, yeah? So we've got that. Isn't that pretty? Look, we've missed one. How did we miss one? I was too busy talking. So I'm going to have to go back through that. Let me just get this out. We've missed one. I must have been talking too much. I've gone too far with it, you see. That's what I've done. There we are. Got it. Didn't put the bead on it, did I? Let me just get another needle. Right, I've got some needles here. Hopefully one of them will work. Come on. Yes, done it. Done it, done it, done it. Right, okay. I think we're there. So, put that on there. Now, we need the bead. And get that through. Like I say, miss one. And pick that one up. Bead. These threading needles, they're beading needles, are quite thin and can break. They can snap quite easily if you don't quite get it right. Right, so we've got that one on. And I'm going to have to put one on there, I think. Otherwise it won't look right. So, miss one, go through to the next one. Okie dokie, we might have to reverse and come back. Let me just see how that... Right, look, so you can see that, okay? And they're quite pretty. And they're not hard to do. So I am going to reverse it and come back. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take it through that bead. No, I'm not going to reverse it. I don't need to. We'll take that through that bead. Now here's where the smaller beads come in. So I've got a small seed bead, and then take that through that bead. And you're only using the ones coming in. You know, the ones sticking out. Again, take that bead. Go through the next one. Now, if you wanted to continue making that, and you can do it into a star with points or whatever, you would just keep doing what I've done. You add your bead on and keep going. But I'm using smaller beads because I want to pull mine back in this way. I can show you the other way, so we can show you what to do. Okay, take my little bead. Oops, took my skin as well. Sorry. Go back through. And pick up our next bead. Go back through. Pick up your next bead. Oh, come here. Rolling about on the deck. It's not allowed when I'm trying to do something. Go through. Take your next one. Sorry, I hope you're seeing this. It's awkward to do this and try and keep looking at the camera as well. Oh, bum. Can't bloody see. Come on, woman. I actually don't think I've done bad today. I'm working with seed beads and I'm blind as a bat. I've got to go get my glasses done. It's about 3 years since I had my eyes checked. There we go. I think we're getting there. Nearly done. Oh. Let's see if we can find a couple more of those particular beads. I've got some that are goldy gold and then some that's like a dull gold. And I want to make sure I use the right ones. Last one. Yay, we've done it. Sorry, I don't mean to be off camera. Now, because this is the last one, you go back through the first bead that you attach them to. And then what you have to do is, you see? See how you've made yourself like a little brooch? Oh, you can make it into a brooch. But then you've got to work your way back through your beads. Now, I work mine down. So that's the last bead I put it in. So I'm going down to that one. And I'm going to go in like that, which is tying that bead off. You just pull that tight. Look. And then at the back, you can just tie it off. And if I'm making them into a brooch, what I do is I just add another piece of felt once I've trimmed around the edge. So I'm just going to trim around there. That's not going to come undone. Leave it long enough to glue onto there. Pop a bit of glue, as I've told you before when you're doing stuff like this. Just pop the glue on and put your thumb on it. Give it time to dry. And then Where's my little scissors? I'm not sure if these will cut. Yeah. And you can make your own jewellery so easily. Now, with this, I'm going to use the felt again. If I can find a piece big enough from what I had. No, I'll have to get another bit more. Okay. I don't want that piece, Fee. So, I'm just going to, right by the edge, is to glue over the stitches. Like that. Turn that upside down, pop that on, like that. I mean, you could do these in different colours. I've done gold and cream, and they look fabulous. So I'm just going to take this out. Just cut around that. You do have to be careful you don't go cutting any strings. Okay. Now, I can attach that to anything. And depending on, I mean, I could use cream if I'm going to put it on a cream project. But depending on what I'm going to put it on, you know, use the colour that matches whatever you want to do. I'm just going to cut mine a little bit more with smaller scissors. Like that, okay? And then I can put a brooch back on that or whatever I want to do. But I've made that. I've done the painting inside. I didn't glitter any of it. I could have done. I've made it into something. And you don't waste. You just don't waste at all.